Zoe Ball may have lost listeners since taking over the Radio 2 breakfast show, but now figures suggest that she could be clawing them back. The star pulled in 7.5 million weekly listeners in October to December 2021, up from 7.2 million in July to September, according to audience research body Rajar. As a result, the show has retained its place as the most listened to morning radio program in the country. However, numbers are still not what they used to be. When Zoe took over from Chris Evans in 2019, her show was enjoying over 9 million listeners. The Today program on Radio 4 saw a slight decrease over the October to December period, losing 62,000 listeners. Meanwhile, Radio 5 Live's breakfast show saw a slight increase, rising from 1.7 million to 1.8 million. Charlotte Moore, the BBC's chief content officer, said, "I'm delighted millions of people are starting their day with our breakfast shows and their brilliant hosts, who continue to entertain listeners as they go about their mornings." The ratings are a turnaround for the star, who lost almost 1 million listeners last year. A drop in the number of commuters is likely to have had an effect, the BBC said at the time. Zoe was the first ever female host of BBC Radio 1 Breakfast, as well as Radio 2's breakfast show in 2019, launching her namesake show on the latter station in January of that year. Last year it was reported that Zoe had asked the BBC to pay her less because she felt uncomfortable with a £1 million pay rise. The star saw her salary rise to £1.36 million a year in 2019, the year she took over the hot seat from Chris Evans. She became the BBC's top earner when Match of the Day host Gary Lineker agreed to take a 23% pay cut when he signed a new 5-year deal with the broadcaster. According to The Sun, Zoe intends to drop back below the former England striker turned football show host, who is set to earn around £1.3 million a year after his pay cut, the paper said at the time. A BBC source told The Sun, Zoe was given a very big pay rise when she took on the job because the gender pay row at the BBC was raging and she was replacing a man on a big wage in a high-profile job. She has always been thankful for the wage she earns, and she does work very hard, getting up at 4 a.m. daily and putting in long hours. But in the current climate, and during a pandemic, she has felt increasingly uncomfortable about how much she earns, so has requested that it is reduced. According to the BBC's Top Earner report, which publishes the earnings of all the on-air talent at the BBC earning more than £150,000 a year, Zoe was taking home around £370,000 prior to her big pay rise.